The Africa Center of Excellence for Sustainable Mining at the Copperbelt University is not only enrolling students from Zambia in its many programs. The center has spread its wings to accommodate students from across the African continent. Davis Wambwa, a Ugandan national, is pursuing a PhD in environmental engineering at Zambia's Copperbelt University. He now shares his experience studying away from home.
At the Copperbelt University, being that it's situated in the mining area, it has exposed me to environmental issues, that how they're handling the environmental issues with regard to mining, and also how they're handling the community health issues, how they're safeguarding the communities around, including the business communities. And that, I think, is a great deal for me to learn from them and to ensure that the knowledge that is within the Copperbelt, or that the Copperbelt University is impacting on us, is really going to be of great use back home.
In his research project, this Ugandan-born environmental engineer is focusing on the use of the Environmental Protection Fund.
It is a cooperative study between Zambia, South Africa and Chile. These are the mining countries which are mostly involved in mining copper. And because of that, they're also implementing the Environmental Protection Fund, which is commonly known as the Environmental Insurance Fund, insurance finance. So without money, the environment cannot be protected at times. We are limited because of the limited resources. So as we're extracting the minerals, the developer and the government has to ensure that at least the environment is being rehabilitated, and also the individuals who are to come, they find a clean environment for every one of us to live in. So by the time they finish the mining project at the site, at least there's progressive rehabilitation. Also, before they leave, or in case of instant closure, the mining, because of that fund, the government can use that fund to rehabilitate than the government using the public fund to carry on rehabilitation of the mining area.
Davis feels there is more to be done to actualize the intention for which the fund was established.
The individuals who are affected, that the grassroots, and also they're not affected because of their choices at times, but because of the policies that are being implemented or they're coming up. With that, I thought it's rightful for me to have a deep understanding on how these issues can be handled and how community organizing can come in to handle issues that are affecting them in long term, and also how to mitigate them to ensure that there are no long-term effects on these individuals.
Another success story is that of Ismael Neoburgamo, who is from Rwanda. Ismael is pursuing a Master's of Science degree in Chemical Engineering at the Copperbelt University in Zambia.
I checked online. That's how I heard about the Copperbelt University, African Center of Excellence for Sustainable Mining. So I went ahead and I applied for the program. And I was lucky, I was among the candidates who has succeeded to get the opportunity.
But what is his research project all about?
It's a research to sustainable mining. It's basically, I take a copper-rich residue. It's a waste from copper processing after moving copper. So as they do extraction, they basically focus on copper minerals, but there's some other valuable material that can be useful for the economy. So I'm working on a project to see how I can economically recover that material so that it can be also used, not being waste or exposed to the environment. That's my project all about.
After this program, he hopes to contribute to the mining sector in his country of origin and the continent.
Especially in Rwanda, we need more mineral processing engineer and experts. So as Rwanda or even African, we need more to work efficiently. So I'm sure I provide support either to my country or any country in Africa. I can work either as a consultant, but for example, long time, I can also go out to universities to share the knowledge I have gained.
Moffatt Chawala is another beneficiary of the World Bank funded project. His story is somewhat different. Moffatt is a member of staff at the Copperbelt University School of Business. The Center of Excellence is also promoting staff development within the learning institution. And this is where the Moffatt Chawala story comes in. Moffatt Chawala, a Zambian, is pursuing a PhD in business management with a special focus on entrepreneurship development.
I started my PhD in 2017 and I had a scholarship from the World Agroforestry Center. I came into the center program last year, and my coming into the center program was for me to go on a student exchange program within the region to go and learn a few things about the methodology that I wanted to use in my study.
In his research, he focuses on the role of entrepreneurial orientation and business development services to enhance the commercialization of the village chicken.
The whole idea is to assess to what extent are the farmers having intentions to start commercializing. So when you get to look at the village chicken, so much has been talked about in terms of its potential to improve the livelihoods of the rural people. But then the iron of it is that the majority of farmers are still at subsistence level. So what has prevented them from transitioning from being subsistence farmers to smallholder commercial farmers of the village chicken? Yeah, so we're trying to assess commercialization intentions. So I use the theory of planned behavior to guide my study, and according to the theory of planned behavior, it says that the best predictor of behavior is intention. So because of time, I could not carry out a longitudinal study, so I only did a cross-sectional study just to have an idea of the levels of commercialization intention of the farmers.
Moffatt says this opportunity given to him by the center is rare and worth commending.
The students under the center, I think, have been very instrumental in doing networking sessions where you have sessions where each one of us is given an opportunity to present about the progress that you've made, and also just to get some peer feedback from your friend about the studies that you are doing. And that aspect, I think, wasn't there, I think, until the establishment of the center. Also, when you also look at the study space, I think, for PhDs, I think when we were starting, I think PhDs, I think, did not really have their own space where they could sit down and do your work, I think, without any disturbances. But I think with time, we've seen that some room, I think, has been set aside where PhDs, I think, can do their work.
This is exactly what the World Bank funded project is designed to achieve in the years to come.